is going on, everyone? We are back in our road to the show with Trey Cash in MLB 17. Today we continue our year in AA. We're in the second month of the season. Trey has been tearing it up in AA so far. I hopefully won't be too long until we're pulled up. But starting this one off, we have got XP to spend, and we are going to be putting mad points into our hitting, as I'd like to get that at least up to 50, and then we can start kind of working on some of the other stuff. We got to still work on fielding, speed, arm strength. We got to make Trey that 5-tool player as we get into this series. The Springfield Cardinals, this is a big series. They are currently in first place. You can see we are 3 games back. It would go a long ways if we could maybe even earn a sweep here. Trey hitting 367, 5 home runs, and see if we can get another one here in this episode. Man on first already for Trey, and I don't know what I was swinging at there. A high fastball. I was not expecting a fastball, and we look silly because of it. Now, top of the fourth, it's a 5-0 game. Trey going to get a hold of this fastball here, but this one going to be a little too high, not hit well enough, and that is going to be an easy pop fly for the left fielder to make, and we are going to go down on our second at bat. Now 5-0 still here as we're in at second base now, and I would expect at some point during this episode we're going to have to decide if we're going to stay at second, which here, this one not exactly played well. We still get the out, but we've been in this trial here at second base. Things have been going okay. We're getting more used to the position as here. Trey going to pick up a single, finally getting a hit in this game, but I'm expecting after this series we're probably going to have a cutscene talking about that, so we'll have to figure out what we're going to do. But Trey coming up here 1 for 3 so far in the game, bottom of the 7th, excuse me, top of the 7th, 7-3 game now. Man on first and third, Trey looking for the RBI, and we're going to ground out to the second baseman. So threat eliminated, and a poor game so far for us as we start this episode. Bottom of the 8th now, Trey in the field looking to make a little bit better play here, and this one nicely in stride, takes the grounder and makes the throw out at first. So we lose this one 7-3. Trey goes 1 for 4. Not exactly a spectacular start to the episode as Trey now 364, 30 RBIs, as I think that is good enough to lead the league as it's top of the first. No one is on, and Trey going to fight off this 0-2 pitch and using the speed. Can we beat the pitcher? Yes, we can. Trey with just enough speed there to reach base, so we get a single. Already a 1-0 game now as we're up again. Man on first. Trey going to send that one out to center field, and we are now 2 for 2 to start this game, as a much better start in this one versus the last game. Still 1-0 though in the 5th. Man on second. Trey going to make the play, makes the throw, and there we go. Trey getting a little bit better every game at second base. Get a little bit more used to it as far as how the angles work, how the ball comes off the bat. Now top of the 6th, man on first, and Trey again picking up another hit, as unfortunately nothing bigger than just singles just to move the runner over a base. We'll see if our teammates can do any better here as the average now up to 377. Trey 3 for 3. Still no runs on the board though. Top of the 8th. We got to take this into our own hands, and maybe we tried a little bit too hard, a little bit too big of a swing there, and that is going to be a strikeout, and we lose 2-0 this time. Trey goes 3 for 4, only earning 39 training points though. That's not very good. 5 hitting streak, a little small hitting streak there as we come up. We're hitting 500 here in the last 5 games. The average at 374, but we need a win. We're already up 1-0 here. Man on second in the top of the first, 2 outs, and Trey going to have a beautiful pitch to swing at. We're a little bit ahead of it though, and that is going to mean we ground out to the pitcher. So a huge opportunity missed as you see Springfield getting 4 runs on the board. It's now the 4th inning. Trey going to send this one out, and that one right at the left fielder. He makes the catch, and we go down 5-1 now. Top of the 6th. No one on, no one out. 1-2 count Trey, and that's a high fastball. We're going to take advantage of that. Is it going to find the gap? No, it is not. And think about going to second. Going to decide against that one. Maybe a smart idea there as we return to first base. So now bottom of the 6th, 5-2 game. Man on first and second, 2 outs. Trey looking to get out of the inning here, and he should be able to do that here as we take the backhand, make the throw, and there we go. Inning is over. So Trey starting to look pretty good there at second base. Now 1 for 3 as we come up here. It's the top of the 8th. It's a 5-2 game. No one on, 1 out, 0-2 count, and that is a breaking ball that Trey will just get past the second baseman as we pick up another hit. So Trey doing good in this series. The team is not though. We lose 8-2. And we'll see if we get one more game in the series. Yes, we will, as we'll play the final as Trey 377 now on the average. Top of the first, 3-1 count. Man on first, Trey. And there we go. A rare walk for Trey Cash. I think it's only like our 4th or 5th walk of the season so far. Now in the field here, Trey going to make the throw to first. This one a little bit higher though. Trey's perfect errorless streak here to start the season continues. 1-0 lead here for Springfield. Top of the 3rd, Trey up, and this one well hit out to the wall in left center. center, and that should be good enough for a run. We're going to be smart here and just stop at second, and the runner will easily slide into home, and we will finally put a run on the board here. It's a 2-1 game, top of the fifth. Now man on second again. Trey looking to tie this game up, and that one could have been a tie game. Instead, though, it's actually going to roll the first baseman, and we just run through him, and we're out on that one. That one, I call a little bit of bull on that play, but either way, we're back out in the field here, getting a little bit of a showtime as Trey will dive, gets up, makes a throw, and we will get out of the inning. So 2-1 game, still top of the eighth now. First and second, no outs. Trey needs a hit, and instead, we're going to ground into the double play. So Trey doing what he can, but just not enough. And we are going to be swept by Springfield. A huge opportunity for us, but we now find ourselves well back at first place.
After trying this player out in a new role, his team likes what they've seen.
And as expected, here is the talk about the position change. So I originally thought I was going to want to stay at shortstop, but I actually don't mind playing second base. I would still prefer to play short, but if second base is going to get us to the majors quicker, that is what is most important. Now, I am curious, would this be permanent? Would we have the option to change backs? You know what, I'm going to go with, would this be permanent? And we'll see what they say.
They consult him on the possibility of a more permanent role change.
And that response basically tells me that it is permanent. We're going to be moved to second base. I'm assuming shortstop will become our secondary position. So shortstop, I think we already have third base as a secondary. So you know what? If we need to get this done, and this is really what it is, put me wherever will get me to the show sooner. That's really the truth. So that's what we're going to go with.
The most direct road to the show is not always the one that was first envisioned.
And there we go. It looks like Trey, instead of being a 5-tool shortstop, is now going to be a 5-tool second baseman. Trey Cash making the choice. We are going to move to second base, and hopefully we'll get ourselves to the show a little bit quicker. Now, I still think if we stayed at shortstop, we still could have got up to the majors pretty quick because the system for shortstop isn't that great. Now, Cities Escobar is in the 80s in terms of overall, so that obviously would be the one big hindrance, while in comparison, second baseman, we should be the best-rated second baseman here fairly quickly within the next couple of weeks. So, obviously, that is going to be much, much easier for us to come. And I don't know if they're actually going to get us up to the majors that fast in terms of if we become the best-rated second baseman, but obviously that should help us get up there. Now, into a series here against the Frisco Rough Riders. Trey going to be out here with this at-bat. We have a 7-game hitting streak going here as it's now top of the second, as now we can officially get ourselves comfortable with second base, knowing we're going to be here for the long haul. And Trey looking pretty darn good, makes the throw, and is going to get the first out of the inning. Now, bottom of the fourth, no one on, 2 outs, 1-0 count for Trey, facing the lefty. This one inside, and we're going to lift that out to right field, but it is not going to be well hit. Right fielder makes the catch, and the inning is over. Now, at bottom of the seventh, man on first, still no score here. Trey, the runner, stealing. We're going to swing at this one in maybe not a good decision, as that is going to be caught by the left fielder this time against the wall, and we are out. So 0 for 3, the hitting streak, the small one in jeopardy here. Bottom of the ninth, Trey can end it with one swing, and this one is going to be in our shoulder. What the heck? I wish they gave us the option still to charge the mound, because I would have done that. We do end up getting the win, but Trey is going to go hitless, so the hitting streak is over. 2 arrows for Frisco in that game, but we now move on here. Game number 2, Trey, the average at 369, 5 home runs, 31 RBIs. Been a quiet game for us in terms of the long ball and the RBIs so far in this episode, but here we're going to bounce one off the pitcher, and that should be enough for us to make it. Yes, it will, as Trey not even bothering to run through the bag on that one. Now, bottom of the fourth, it's still a 0-0 game. It's a pitcher's battle here in this series so far, but Trey taking advantage of that pitch as we'll send that back up the middle, and we are now going to be 2 for 2. Going to be up again here, bottom of the sixth. It's a 1-0 lead for Frisco as Trey taking this 1-0 count. That's a hanging breaking ball. That is a long shot down center field, and that one is going to be, no, I thought it was going to be gone, but it's off the wall, and that is going to be a triple. Just barely Trey going to get in there. I thought that one was going to be gone. It's off the wall, still a triple, and I believe we should have scored in that inning. Did we? Yes, we did. It's 2-1 now, bottom of the seventh. Nobody on, 2 outs. Trey looking for the home run still. That's a hanging breaking ball with that one a little bit too inside, and we will lift that one up. Third baseman makes the play, and we go down for the first time in this game. Now, bottom of the 10th as Frisco tied at man on second. Trey looking to break that tie, get the win, but you know what? How about that? A walk, another rare walk. Is that 2 walks in one episode? And we are going to get the win. We win it 3-2, so a nice bounce back from that Springfield series as we've already picked up 2 wins, and now looking for more. The average has ballooned up to 379 for Trey. Bottom of the first, 2 men on, and Trey going to take this pitch down the middle, sends it out to center field. That will drop in front of the center fielder. The man on his way to home, and actually they're not even going to test that throw as that one going to be in, and Trey picks up the RBI. So 1-1 game, bottom of the fourth, no one on, no one out, 2-2 count, hanging, breaking. Actually, you know what? That's not a hanging break ball. That is a knuckleball. Just realized that, and we are going to beat that throw. Can't believe we beat the throw on that one. Second baseman a little bit too lazy getting to that ball there. Now a 2-1 lead for Frisco, and Trey going to ground out to the second baseman here as first time here. A rare out for Trey in this series. Now 3-1 lead for Frisco. Top of the eighth. No one is on. One out. Trey in the field. And this one is going to be a routine ground ball. Trey will take care of easily. And that is going to be the second out. Now 2 for 3 as Trey comes up here. Big at bat in this one. 3-1 game. Man on first. Bottom of the eighth. One out. Trey. And pitchers, will you get out of the way? We hit another pitcher. We are going to beat the throw. And now we'll have to see if this one is going to be a win. No, it's not. Frisco will hold on. They get the win 3-1. So we take 2 out of 3. Trey goes 3 for 4 in the series finale. And now we move on as we got some more games coming. We're going to be playing them again in the second series of the next episode. We're going to play the Rock Hounds as well. And Trey, hopefully, I got to think it shouldn't take that long. We're now at second base. I don't think it should take too long before we get moved up to AAA. We'll take a look at the player comparison there to see how we stack up against the rest of the second basemen. And hopefully in the next episode, we maybe get some good news, or at least in the next couple episodes, we get some good news as far as moving up in this Royal system. So that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.